Thank you for staying with Daybreak. We are about to go to River Road and speak to the traders and get it from them one-on-one to tell us what exactly is going on down there and the impact they are feeling. And the question we are asking you is that the Kenya-China relationship, is it mutually beneficial? And the hashtag is Daybreak. You can text 22422. We have some of your views as well. We'll be sampling some of that. But we also have the National Coordinator, Importers and Small Traders Association representative, Nyokabi Gashari. She's with us here. And Nyokabi, you had said earlier on that the government, you feel you've been betrayed by the government because of the invasion of the Chinese. But some of the consumers say that this is good competition. In fact, we are getting variety from all these
cheaper goods.
Yeah, it's cheaper goods. What do you say to that?
That's true. But I still go back and ask.
Yeah.
We are there as the traders. We look at the Chinese as they're actually supposed to be the supporting the big four.
Yeah.
Manufacturing. Let's look at it this way.
Yeah.
But for us, we import the same products. We get feedback from our consumers because our consumers are the ones who tell us what they want.
Yeah.
When the Chinese come here, what they do is they do not know the market. We know the market. So as you ask, you're saying that the consumers like the competition.
Yeah.
What kind of competition, if I may ask? Yeah, because competition here, when you talk of the SME, the SME and the products that are brought by us, yeah, are more. We are the ones who actually come up with the tailor-made goods meant to fit to fill the gap in the market.
Yeah.
So the Chinese come here, they actually they follow us. Once you've gone to China, and we buy the products. Or we actually manufacture the goods, because I have a brand, let me just put it that way. I have a brand, my own brand, that is tailor-made for my, my customers, and I call it Nyokabi. The moment I come and market it here, and it is accepted, this Chinese supplier will follow me, yeah? Will follow me back here in my country, and start asking how much is
this Nyokabi brand sold
yes,
for?
Yes, how much is it sold for? Once they know how much it's sold for, definitely, being the manufacturer over there, it is quite easy for the product to be brought in at a cheaper
half the price.
Yes,
So it's the same product, but now it's half
so the
the
question
price.
is that really fair?
Yeah.
It is not fair.
And that's a good question.
Yes,
to ask
let
you,
them remain
right?
there in China. We give them the business there. And we do our business here.
But the world, the world we live in is a global world. You cannot now tell them to remain there because anyone can work. You can go work in America.
As the manufacturers.
Okay.
Yes.
But you cannot stop anyone from trading in any
they should
country.
stick to manufacturing and
Yes.
not become the retailers as well.
We are the retailers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are the wholesalers. But as I said first, they cannot come here, literally take the whole chain, of the whole business chain.
Okay.
It's not possible.
But Mheshimiwa, we do have laws to deal with such things.
Oh yes, oh
And
yes.
fair
First and foremost, I like to.
Yeah, and that
I would like to tell Professor.
Yeah.
This bill will see the light of the day. It has unanimous support in Parliament, and I'm sure President
gotten some resistance?
I'm sure President Kenyatta will assent it because it is for his people.
Okay.
He's a democratically elected president. He represents people, and he would have no business opposing what is good for his people. Number two. We don't even have to wait for my law to address her concerns. These guys have come, they have taken over River Road, Taveta Road, Kirinyaga Road. They are selling eggs, they are repairing punctures, they are roasting maize. And we have immigration laws that are tight.
Yes.
That says no foreigner should be allowed to do anything in this country that a Kenyan can do. You only bring foreigners here who have skills that are unavailable in this country.
Locally.
And I want to challenge the Minister for Interior, the so-called super minister. You know, in my view, here's the problem. How did we allow the Chinese to come and take over Kirinyaga Road? We have immigration laws. I would want a situation, if it were possible, and I will ask Fred Matiang'i, what we did when we had a problem with the terrorism. We rounded up foreigners in a stadium in Kasarani, and we sorted them out.
And that, many said that was a big infringement of human rights.
No, listen. We have human rights here to defend our people. We cannot allow the Chinese to come here illegally and kill our people, and we have laws to protect our people. What I would want, the situation to happen.
Nobody's killing anyone, though.
No, business-wise.
Yes.
Okay.
Business-wise. Killing our people.
Oh, yeah.
Our people, if you look at the nation today, 5 pages are auctions.
Sure.
Auctions, 5 every day.
Yes.
Our contractors have been finished, they cannot work, their properties are being sold.
Briefly, let me ask you this.
And I'm saying, let's have an operation.
Yes.
At Kasarani Stadium, let's round up all the Chinese people.
Okay.
Come and sort them out one by one.
Okay.
Those who have no papers, those who don't have skills that are unavailable in this country, they go back to China. We put them in a plane to go back.
In your view as an MP with projects in your constituency, are there benefits that you've seen from Chinese engagement in this country?
For sure, I have said, Wahiga, we need the Chinese here. But we need to manage the relationship so that it is not injurious to us.
Okay.
In my Karatina town, I have a 49-kilometer road from Karatina to Ragati to Gikumbo to Ekoyo. The Chinese have been given at a cost of 1.8 billion, and they are going to do it. But I've sat down with them. 30% of that money must remain in Madeira constituency. All the supplies will be bought in Madeira. All the workers in that road will be the people from there.
Okay.
And I've told them, they only have bring 3 Chinese only on that road.
Only
the owner of the company, the engineer, and his deputy.
Okay.
Everybody else must have tough hair like myself on that road. Because I'm saying this, why do you bring a Chinese to repair a puncture?
Okay.
Why do you want to bring a Chinese to drive a truck or a pickup? I mean, this is too much.
Speaking of which, let's cross over to River Road, where Kimani is. Kimani Mbugwa is there and he's speaking to some of the traders there. Let's listen to what they think is really going on and what they feel should be done. Kimani?
All right, Trevor, thanks. I'm at Kumasi Road in downtown Nairobi, where some of these traders are feeling the heat of the influx of Chinese traders around these areas. Most of these products you see, like this particular shop here at, they sell products that you may not be manufactured in Kenya. These are switches, the sockets, and lights, and cables, and you can see these are some of the products that are bringing a bit of controversy when it comes to competition from the Chinese. And I have one of the representatives from the Importers and Small Traders Association, Mr. Sam Karanja, who is also a trader around Kumasi Road. Sam, this discussion about the influx of Chinese traders in, especially along this area where you have a lot of some of these imported products. First of all, what is the biggest concern for you as traders around here?
Actually, our biggest concern is the influx of the Chinese, because as the conversation is going on, you can hear that even the people in the panel, even one of our representatives is saying that the moment you go to China to go and get these products, they follow us back. Once they follow us back, they have a mechanism of slashing the prices. So you find even the pricings that we are actually giving, they are slashing it with some unreasonable figures, and that is driving us out of the market. And I believe that one of the works or one of the jobs of the government is to support the traders. We are actually not hiking the prices. We are actually giving very reasonable prices, but the Chinese, based on their mechanism of operation in their country and the support that they get from their government, we are getting unrealistic and competition from them, which I think is killing the small medium entrepreneurs.
And what steps have you taken, especially for your association of importers, small importers and small traders? What steps are you taking? What do you think are the remedies for that? What do you think the government can do? Because consumers would say they're getting, for example, if I want to get a bulb like this one, if your shop is selling to me at 1,000 bob, and somebody else next door, maybe the Chinese guy across the street will sell me at 500 shillings. That's half the price. Then isn't it good for the consumers? Isn't it? What kind of? Because there's that argument, but then what do you want to be done from your side?
Actually, the moment we allow the Chinese to come and they're having unfair competition with us, the government has not been able to even put the standards. You see, when you have the anti-counterfeit agencies, they are coming to our shops, and the government has not been able to put those standards, because when the Chinese are coming, there's a lot of corruption actually that is happening. So as Importers and Small Traders Association of Kenya, what we decided to do is to engage the government. There are policies that the government has put in place, even to support the small medium entrepreneurs, because there's no reason how you can actually drive your people out and bring foreigners to run your country in the business fraternity. So actually we are engaging the government, and we have membership in Nairobi, all over Nairobi, over 10,000, and we are doing a major drive countrywide to about 5 million entrepreneurs, because we have about 14 million small medium entrepreneurs in the country. And the reason why we are doing that, we want to engage the government, sit down with the government, so that the policies that they are making are favoring small medium entrepreneurs. So the influx of the Chinese, when they come, how are they coming even to trade here? Are they a good standard, you know?
Is it an issue of illegal immigration? Somebody in the panel mentioned about illegal immigration.
Yes.
Do these people actually have papers for them to set up a shop next to you? It means they have been cleared by immigration. They have a license to operate locally. Then wouldn't you say it's a bit unfair to deem them as illegal immigrants, yet they have all the papers? Then maybe it's just an issue of business competition.
I don't think so. Actually, that's $1 million question, because one of the things that happen in any country, even if you go to China, for example, if I go to China to set a shop like this one, it's not going to be an easy walk in the park, because there are those policies which the government has put in place to even be able to safeguard their own citizenry. Now in Kenya, it's so amazing that even these people, they come and they get the business permits. We don't know the visas. There was an argument somewhere. It was presumed that even sometimes when they come, they don't come even with don't have work permits. They come with I think visiting visas or something like that. So they don't have the investment visas, because as you are coming, the government should put in place policies whereby if you are coming as an investor, there's a threshold that you have to meet. An example, you shouldn't come here and start a business worth 200,000, which a Kenyan can be able to do. Why don't you start a business that is about maybe $1 billion? Come here and be a manufacturer, and you can actually be buying goods from the manufacturing plant that you have to our shops. But the Chinese are coming, they are the manufacturers, they are the wholesalers, and they are the retailers. You can't actually compete with them. So as they are coming, the government has not put in place measures to curb that. So you find that actually they are killing the economy in the name of they are trying to bring people on board to build the economy.
So in short, your argument is, as easy, if the government is going to make it easy for Chinese traders to establish their businesses here, then it should be just as easy for you to go and establish such a shop in China.
Definitely, but you see now, we live in a sovereign country, and their country is also sovereign. So they can't be able to. They can't actually be able to do that for us in China, because there is a way they have done it. For us in Kenya, I think we have a laxity of our leaders, a laxity in the sense that they don't have, even if there are policies there, they're not implemented. Because every country should have policies that are able to curb that. That when I'm getting into the market, with this kind of threshold. I'm not supposed to come and pull a mkokoteni. I'm not supposed to come as a foreigner and sell maize or njugu karanga. I'm supposed to come as an investor. And when I'm coming as an investor, what is going to do is that you're going to give me a threshold which I have to meet. But the Chinese are all over. They are hooking. Here, even in Nyamakima, they are hooking. And I think the government has laxity on that. And there is an exchange of money also, because how can you get a business permit when you're not a foreigner? When you are a foreigner and you don't have the papers, where do you have a work permit when you're coming here? Who are you coming as? You know, those are some of the questions that the government is supposed to answer. Yes.
Fair enough. Interesting conversation there, Sam. From a policy making level, let me talk to one of the traders here. Okay. He's here. He's just behind us. Just come in, gentlemen. Tell us your name and wewe unafanya biashara hapa. Sasa wewe kama muuzaji unauza nini, and what are some of the competition wewe umepata kutoka kwa Chinese?
First of all, let me say my name is Nelson Iruku, and I'm the chairman of the ISTA board. And the ISTA board is a steering committee of the small traders. First of all, I would want to say that when you buy goods in China, like what we are doing 5 years ago, we usually to pull over 100 small traders. We could buy 10 cartons, 5 cartons, 3 cartons, then we could fill one big container, then we could bring. Today, it's not like that. Today, there are directives from the government that one container, you must fill with just 5 items. If you can look at this shop, if you tell this person to bring these 5 items, then he has to close. Because he does not have the magnitude to put one big container. You must have switch, socket, all these like this. And that way, only the Chinese are able to do that, and they are the big fish who are in this business also, who are also supporting us, and the Chinese. And while we are bringing these goods, there is a directive by the government that we should do the COC in China. Doing COC in China is a verification of all these items you can see here. That verification is done in China, and one container is paid 70,000 Kenya shillings. That verification, nothing is done. When that container comes here at Mombasa or at ICDs here, then that container is stripped one by one. And this stripping, nothing, we don't pay anything. You can see if our small traders, we bring, in 1 year, we bring about 10,000 containers. Calculate how much money the government of Kenya is losing. Is losing by doing verification in China. That money we pay over 7 billion. For the 100 containers, and the same it is reversed here at Mombasa, and the cabs people are just there stripping. We don't pay anything. That is money we pay in China. Again, after doing that, our suppliers in China, they send their children. They follow us. If they know, my name is Nelson, they go and look my market. They will come and they will sell at the China place. So I am left with that. We have been trying to collide the government. We have gone to the CS, and they usually say they are not aware. And I want to thank the Citizen TV because they have aired our grievances so many times, but nothing is done. Yes.
So they have it, concerns from the traders. Actually, very interesting comment in that you're supposed to fill one container with about not more than 3 items, not more than 5 items.
Only 5 items.
Only 5 items.
Before it was more than. Before you could fill maybe with with more than 300 items. Now it's not like that.
Okay.
You must bring only 5 items.
All right.
So we are unable to do that.
Okay. There you have it, Trevor. Some of the concerns from the traders is that for them, they have to pull together those resources and import these products. And so their concerns are, they have some of their concerns about importing this stuff. So the person who owns this shop, for them to import this stock, they would have to import, if they're selling this LED strip, they would have to, the container they're importing will only have to have maybe an LED strip, LED lights, and maybe switches, and maybe the LED lights again, and that will be expensive for them. So that is being a major concern from them, and they're saying that also the spying from the sides of the Chinese is also kind of driving them out of business. Now let me speak to the last trader here, who is the owner of this shop. So briefly, from your side, what is your experience so far?
Sisi nasema tumefinywa sana, na ile kitu tumefanya tufinywe sana ni hiyo Chinese kuleta vitu hapa kwetu. Ile tunasema serikali inaweza fanya Chinese wapatiwe limit. Kama ni kufanya biashara, wafanye biashara kama 50 million and above. Hizi biashara ndogo ndogo sisi tunafanya, waache kufanya. Juu wakuja wafungue mafactory. Sababu sisi tukichukua loans hapa, tukienda kununua mzigo China, tunaangalia hiyo 14% interest rate ile tunapatiwa. Na China wakikuja na pesa yao, kule banks zao zinawapatia kama 2%. So hakuna vile tunaweza compete na watu. So tunaambia serikali, hata kama Chinese ni marafiki zetu, wakikuja wafanye biashara yenye iko 50 million and above. Hizi biashara ndogo ndogo sisi watu wachie. Hiyo ndio sisi tunasema.
Asante sana. Yeah, concerns there from the traders, as you've had, they have to take loans to get this product, but then they're saying their concern is that the playing field should be leveled so that everybody competes in a fair way. It doesn't drive them out of business. That is a conversation from Kumasi Road, from the CBD, Trevor.
Thanks, Kimani. Kimani Mbugwa there speaking to traders in the area, River Road area, and there's a lot of concerns. Their level, the playing field is what they're saying. And we asked you earlier, is the Kenya-China relationship mutually beneficial? Let's read some of your feedback. There is a lot of it coming through to our newsrooms right now on text and tweets. First up, Lamai from Eldoret.
Says China-Kenya economical tie. Purely this is our fiscal suicide in this country. Wow, suicide. And by 2023, this country will be highly indebted, hence becoming difficult to finance its budget, and thus will have adverse effects in our currency.
All right, we still have more SMSs coming through to our newsrooms. We have comment from Eldoret. No, as Africans, we have been socialized to trust our leaders. This has bred corruption, impunity, dictatorship, and now drifting towards neo-colonialism due to unsustainable debts whose impact on the ordinary citizens remains a mirage. The Chinese are more than happy to exploit us whenever the opportunity presents itself through economic might and numbers.
All right.
All right.
Let's take a look at another one here. Josephine says, hey there, I believe Kenya-China relationship is quite beneficial. Okay.
Right.
If you look at current products, a bigger percentage are made from China. So unless we are close with them, we won't get quality products. Again, whether we debate or not, our leaders are decided or have decided. Let's go Kenya.
All right.
Okay.
Josephine
Unique
is quite
message
positive there. Yes. Benedict Wambua from Machakos says, on my side, we have created a path for corruption. There is hidden agenda. Why do we borrow continuously before we pay the first ones?
Okay. Big question there. And another loan on its way. You don't give us your name, but you say, we need projects that are going to have an impact to every person in this country. How is a person from Wajir, Turkana, Meru, Marsabit, etc. going to benefit from the railway project? Please tell us.
All right. We still have more SMSs coming through. You don't leave a name. You say, this is unlawful and unscrupulous act meant only to exploit the Wanjikus. The government should come vividly and put boundaries to curb international trade. All right.
Okay. Oh, and we have some tweets. Okay, let's go through them. At Kamal Limited, for those talking about SMEs being affected by the ties, Kenya has been restricting some doings in order to protect SMEs, i.e. the export of macadamia nuts to China as a raw material. At Exports, Kenya has been fighting for finished product export to China if this works. So Kamal believes that there have been some measures put in place to protect SMEs, Kenyan traders.
All right. And on that note, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get the final thoughts of our panelists on this issue. And this is a conversation we need to have on another platform, right?
Yes. Clearly,
a lot of varied reactions.
A lot of Kenyans have thoughts about this, and it's affecting them in one way or the other, whether they are touched directly or not.
Absolutely. We'll come back with the final remarks in just a bit, and then we'll tell you where else we'll have this conversation.